going on, everyone? Today we're going to be talking about ZCASH because ZCASH is down over 8% in the last 7 days, and I actually made a video a few days ago talking about how I believe ZCASH was about to dump soon if it did not continue upwards, and it did not, and it actually started to dump. So we got a lot to talk about today. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none is financial advice. And before we get into this video, everyone, I need your help. Let me know inside the comment section if I should do this for the channel. I'm thinking of doing a daily live stream every day, so then we can go over all of the different projects everyone wants to talk about all in one day. Because I'm doing 5 videos a day, but there's a lot of crypto projects. So what I was thinking, if I do one live stream per day, 2 to 3 hours per day, and then I take all the clips from the live stream, I break it down and I put it all into video format, and then I repost them as clips as videos on the channel, and that way everyone in the live stream can get their request in. And this is only going to be people who send super chats and are members of the channel. Members can have me go over whatever they want. If you send a $1 super chat though, I'll go over it. $2, I don't really care about the price, just as long as you're showing support to the channel. It can be $1, it can be $2, it doesn't matter. Well, shout out to you guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. I think it'd be much more effective at getting people's questions answered and doing technical analysis on the spot. That would help a lot. And then you can actually ask questions. Well, what about this, that? So anyways, might start doing that. I want to see what you guys think. I think you guys would probably like it. But anyways, let's get straight into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None is financial advice. But let's talk some ZCASH stuff here. With ZCASH, I made this video that says ZCASH could dump soon if it doesn't break this resistance. So what I really meant is ZCASH could dump soon if it breaks this support. I don't know what I was thinking when I put that there. But anyways, I'm gonna play it right here.
Now, let's get straight to it. When I say I think ZCASH is gonna dump pretty soon, what I really mean is if it doesn't break out right now, then it is going to dump. It's literally going to not stay here any longer. We've been trading on this trend line of this symmetrical triangle too long, right?
So as you can see there, we have been trending inside of that symmetrical triangle for way too long, and we ended up breaking down. So anyone who got out at that time, congratulations, you saved yourself some money. Let's actually see how much you saved yourself. ZCASH's price was at what, 503. Doing this on the fly, and I think stuff like this would be more interesting during a live stream, doing stuff like this on the fly. But I need to see your support though. Y'all gotta support it. But anyways, if you sold yesterday, or not yesterday, but when I made this video 2 days ago, you would have saved 13%. Well, if you still held, you wouldn't be down 13, it'd be like 10. But still, you would have saved money. But anyways, what is about to happen next to ZCASH? So for one, we have the %R trend exhaustion. I always talk about it. Look at how the short-term trend is breaking out, but the long-term trend is not. If we come down here on the short-term trend and meet the long-term trend, it's probably going to end up going down again, just like this. So that would mean a further push to the downside. That's looking at the 30-minute chart, so it's pretty short-term. Again, on the hourly chart, the long-term trend not going up much. Short-term trend going crazy. Watch when it pulls back. It's going to be the same exact thing as right here. The same exact thing as right here. And it was different all the way back here. But these two right here are exactly what's going to happen now. And things always happen inside of patterns in the charts here. Now, it might not go all the way up to the top of this, so bear with me here. But we're probably going to end up seeing this doing something similar. If it goes down now, then it's going to look very, very similar. So what would this look like? This is the hourly chart. This would look like us coming back to $438 and then breaking this possibly and going down to $392. Also, you also have to look at how we're forming up another pattern here. So, there's always a different, type of pattern going on. So this could also be seen as a bull flag, I believe. So I think this is actually a bull flag. So yeah, this is looking like a bull flag. But even though it's a bull flag, look at how most of the times when bull flags go up, it's because it came in from a uptrend into the bull flag, into the uptrend, right? We didn't do that. So it technically is not a bull flag. When you look at it from that perspective, this has to be considered a descending channel because we came into it from a downtrend. So this is a descending channel. And with that being said, descending channels, they could be either bearish or bullish. There's no right answer for a descending channel. It just depends how the momentum is moving. But the way the momentum is moving here, I'm leaning more towards the downside. So $390 is something that I think that we could see soon, possibly even $337. And that's, that it is what it is. It is what it is. But I'll keep you guys updated on this. And as you can see, I'm going to show you guys the other time frames here. So we're not going to close out the video yet. But I was about to say, as you guys can see, we are nearing the support already. So 440, we tapped it once. If we tap it again, we're probably going to go even further down. So anyways, going to the 4-hour chart now. 4-hour chart, and remember I said descending channel could be either bearish or bullish. Now in the 4-hour chart, we see the long-term trend kind of going sideways, and the short-term trend looks like it's trying to break out. So we could have sideways trading movement or downward movement for the next week or two. Let's just say the next week, because this is the 4-hour chart. So again, more downward pressure is possible. Definitely is. And then we come over here, look at the daily chart now. Now the daily chart, this speaks a whole different level of volumes here. So what I want to show here for the daily chart, look at all that selling pressure on in the MACD. Whenever you see these lightly red shaded candlesticks, that indicates that buying is starting to come in. So it could start to switch to buying pressure, but it's still predominantly selling pressure right now. And then when we look at the percent R trend exhaustion on the daily chart, we see that the short-term trend is completely coming down here, and the long-term trend almost looks like it's starting to curve a little bit, right? This is a bullish sign, kind of. So what you see here would be that short-term trend coming all the way down, and then, or halfway possibly, and then eventually you would see it curving to the upside. At the same time, simultaneously, you would see the long-term trend curving to the upside as well, followed by that pump. So this could be the start of the next ZCASH pump, but the next pump might not be as big as the other ones. It might just be a case where ZCASH is creating higher highs, or I mean lower highs and lower lows. So it could, pump, but then start to form like a falling wedge, essentially. Like usually that's how it usually ends up. They usually end up creating like falling wedges. So yeah, it could be a falling wedge. It could be anything, but we'll have to see what forms. But yeah, it's probably gonna have a temporary relief rally, right? And then higher or lower highs and lower lows. That's a possibility. It's not. It doesn't have to happen, or it doesn't really have to happen. All right. So anyways, the weekly chart, the last chart we're looking at today. Now we are completely overbought here on the weekly, actually. And then looking at it last time, this happened back at the beginning of at the end of 2024 and beginning of 2025, massive dump. Same thing here. Could be a massive dump. So looking at the weekly chart, if I had to make a price prediction, I would say ZCASH gets to 200 and I know the ZCASH maxis are just swinging at the air right now. The ZCASH maxis are mad. All right. $210 by January. I'm going to say it right now. $210, not even by January, but let's just say by the end of December, $210 ZCASH by either the end of December or the beginning of January. I'm going to say it right now. $210 coming soon. ZCASH, all you ZCASH maxis, I don't know what to tell you. But look, I still do believe the privacy narrative that ZCASH tried to push, not just grifting to ZCASH and then grifting away when it goes down. But I'm a trader predominantly, so I like to focus on that. I really don't care about the long-term stuff with the crypto stuff because, in my personal opinion, a lot of crypto projects, they're just not that secure. But ZCASH is a privacy coin and people seem to like it. It's a secure one, so I don't know. We'll see, but I prefer to just trade. I don't really care about all the mechanics of it. So that is my perspective and my opinion. Also, another thing that could happen here, we could see both the short-term and the long-term trend stopping halfway or a quarter way and then going back up. So it doesn't necessarily have to go all the way down. It could stop a quarter way, go back up. So that is just a heads up. They can stop halfway and then go back up, right? There's always some type of pattern forming inside of these charts, right? No matter what you're looking at, whether you're looking at the percent R trend exhaustion, whether you're looking at the MACD, you could have bullish or bearish divergence when you look at that stuff. There's always patterns all throughout the charts. So you can always spot them. Well, no, you can't always spot them, but sometimes you can spot them, right? But yeah, this is all I got for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.